Okay, episode 3333, Lifeless Love Life in the US and or in the West. There's no dart game. I apologize for that. Stuff is going on in my personal life, so I had to take it out the wall. In this episode, we're gonna talk about the gold digger. I've only experienced a gold digger just a few times in my life, but they're out there, and again, I've met them. But the reason why I bring up that kind of girl, a few reasons. There are some Western guys, who've had their lives ruined because of that kind of female. Again, me, I haven't had that experience where a gold digger would ruin my life. But the guys who've been affected by that kind of girl, they're, I guess you could say, jaded, because those kinds of guys feel that most girls are gold diggers. That's how they feel. Experience plays a big part. So most of the girls I meet in my life, it's hard to believe for me. This makes me hard to believe this truth, but most of the girls I've met, they just want to settle down with one guy and that's it. Again, I find it hard to believe because it feels impossible to get the girl, but it's in a girl's nature to settle down. Now, again, if you meet a guy who has experienced a gold digger for at least half of his life, he will feel differently than me. He will disagree with me. Again, I feel by nature a female wants to settle down, but the other guy who has had his life ruined by gold diggers, he's going to feel differently. I think the ultimate truth is, like I've mentioned in the past, there are two kinds of girls. One's easygoing, like free-spirited. The other one's uptight. In terms of this topic I'm bringing up, I guess you could say there are two kinds of females. One's a gold digger female. The other female is a guy. The other kind of female is a female who just wants to settle down with one guy and that's it. Again, I personally feel girls by nature want to just settle down. But does the gold digger exist? Yes. It's true. If I had a lot of money, which I don't, I'm just trying to manage my money and trying to hustle, you know what I mean? But if I had that kind of dough, there's a possibility I could get the girl I want. In this country, here's all I would want. This might sound funny, I don't know, but if I meet a girl who I want and she only wants me for my money, all I ask in return is for you to be attracted to me physically. If you don't find me hot physically, then I can't do it. You gotta find me hot physically, and then I'd be like, okay, you just want me for my money, I respect that. You just gotta find me physically hot. That's all I ask. Again, if you don't, then move on to the next rich guy who doesn't care about if you're attracted to him or not, sexually, physically. Move on to that guy. Me, I need to know you're at least attracted to me physically. But that's the gist of it. I mean, again, I've met a few gold diggers, and they've admitted it to me, or I knew indirectly. Uh, they would hang out with me if I would either give them money for them to shop for whatever they wanted, or maybe we would hang out, but I would still spend money on them, or if I give them money through an app, they would send me pictures of them, and they would look a certain way in the pictures. But that's the gist of it. I mean, look, some girls are just born or wired to be a gold digger. Okay, I'll be objective and accept that truth. I still feel, without trying to be confusing, it's in a girl's nature to settle down with one guy. Again, the counter is the gold digger. That's the counter. Okay. But really, ultimately, again, a female would rather just be with one guy. It's the opposite for a guy. Now, again, there are guys out there who want to settle down too, but in terms of which species would rather date around more, the guy or the girl? It's the guy who wants to date around more. Remember, I said in the past which species has more of the sex gene. Well, the guy does. So he's gonna want to interact with different people more so than the female would. But again, let me stick to topic with the gold digger. Again, if you admit you're that kind of female, I respect that. It is what it is. That's how you're wired. You're born like that. That's it. Again, me personally, you just find me physically hot, and it's all good. I do wonder though, the gold digger female. I get it. She wants the money. I'm trying to figure out though, deep down inside, does she want to just settle down with one guy though? I know it's all about the money, or it's about the money's top priority for that kind of girl, but does she want to settle? Just settle down with the one guy. I wonder. But hey, maybe if I've said this before, I'm not sure, but life has different truths in it. Two truths can be true at the same time, and again, life has multiple truths. All right, well, it's gonna be 8.5 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up, episode 33. For the one or two people in the galaxy who will watch this or who have watched this, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. Stay tuned for episode 34. We're winding down. Remember, my first video I said over 30 episodes, over 30 something. So next is episode 34. We're winding down. I meant that. Over 30 episodes on this topic. I'm not trying to talk about this topic for a lifetime. All right, stay tuned for the next vid. See ya.